Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, coming back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler videos, series of videos I've been doing for a little while now, where I go over there, try food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then I talk about the stuff I let you know, all that you need to know about, hopefully delicious stuff. You can go over there and try out at your leisure. Because, why not, right? I mean, food is good. It's, typically, obviously there's people with food-related allergies, food-related conditions and stuff like that. Maybe you have a more difficult time. If you do, I want you to know that this show is sympathetic to your plight. I mean, it doesn't translate in any way, but I do, I feel for you. I'm empathetic. Anyway, I'm inside the truck, so if I'm inside the truck, then hey, I'm trying a thing inside the truck. I've been doing most of my reviews from inside the truck lately, just because I'm doing some kind of quasi-remodeling of the room that I usually go over there and do the reviews in. So that's why I've been doing them in the truck. While I'm doing it in the truck, I'm still wearing my Misadventures of Tron Bond shirts. Excellent, 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 excellent character. Mega Man Legends games from the PS1. Love the PS1. Had her own game, Misadventures of Tron Bond. Amazing game. Marvel vs. Capcom games. She's been around. Excellent character. Hey, Capcom, why don't you get on doing the third Mega Man Legends game finally? I'm just saying. Anyway, folks, what am I trying for y'all today? Well, boom! Boom! What's this, folks? Well, the last two videos that I did, provided that I do these in chronological order, which, by the way, if you watched my previous video, the one that I did on the spicy chicken sandwich, because I did a couple of chicken sandwiches. Chicken Sandwich Wars, there's a whole playlist for that. I did one for their spicy chicken sandwich, and I got so wrapped up in this lady who was across the street from me, because I'm in a parking lot while I'm doing this, and she went over there, and this guy had to get a bunch of plywood for her to walk on the thing, and I went on a whole tangent with it. I will say this much, I don't know about the whole thing, but I did comment at the end of that she only spent maybe 5 minutes or so inside. She did eventually go back inside the building and over the plywood again, so to be fair, I'm not, Anyway, what the hell is this? While I was at the Panera, because I don't really go to Panera all that often because their food's pretty good, but it's just kind of, pricey. But I had a coupon, and I was going to try the chicken sandwiches anyway, and I like soup. I'm a big soup guy. I love soup. I once knew a person who didn't like soup, and that person turned out to be one of the worst people I've ever met. So just let that be a lesson for you folks. If somebody you know doesn't like soup, I'm not saying they're the worst person ever. What I am saying is go over there and fucking keep an extra eye on those folks, because they might be the worst person ever. But they had soup. I saw that they had soup. This is their new Thai chicken soup. I like chicken soup. I like Thai stuff. I'm guessing this one will be particularly authentic Thai. It's fine. I just need it to taste good. And I mean, hey, chicken sandwiches, soup, it's a good time, right? My only point of contention, I have a fork. And why do I have a fork for soup? Because they didn't give me any silverware. And I feel like since I went over there and I specified that I was taking this to go, they could have thrown a spoon in the bag. I'm just saying. And I actually did go over there and open up the bag while I was inside the thing, because I was like, I hope they brought a spoon. No spoon. So I went and I searched around every area that seemingly had utensils of some sort, straws and what have you. None of them had any silverware. So, I mean, I guess maybe I had to personally ask for the fucking straws, or for the spoon. I wasn't going to deal with that. I left at that point. But I had some forks left over in my car, because, hey, I do a lot of these reviews in the car, so, bleh. So, we're going to try some soup with a fork, because that's the world that we live in right now, folks. There's way too many people. What the hell? I chose this area because it was a nice little, offshoot area. Now there's just tons of traffic. This sucks. I guess it's probably because it's afternoon now, so like people are like properly going to lunch. Stop being sheep, people. Eat lunch when you damn well please. I ate lunch at 3:30 a.m. because I work at night. Okay. It's got, I mean, I don't know how, yeah, we're not gonna, it's soup. You'll have to go with me on that. See? Soup. It's interesting. I'm not sure if it's like a cream-based soup or if it's like a broth-based soup. Because it doesn't appear to be creamy enough to be cream-based, and it doesn't appear brothy enough to be broth-based. Interesting. So, let's go over there, let's give it a shot, and see how it is. It's soup, I'm guessing I'll enjoy it. But, first thing I'm going to say right now, I'm not finding a lot of chicken. Like, I mean, yeah, there's a little cube of chicken, but like, that's like one of 3 that I found. Which is a shame because the chicken is tender and it actually does taste good. I get that I'm not going to get a lot of chicken, but I really feel like, see, like that. That's what I should have gotten. Chicken's good. I mean, I know I just got a cup, but come on, man. I feel like a little bit more chicken would have been justified. So, I mean, it's a good chicken soup for what it is. It's flavorful. Looks like we got some beans in there. Some red peppers. Maybe some carrots. There's something orange. I'm thinking it's a broth base. I feel like if it was a little bit more chicken. And I kind of get what they're going with the, like, calling it Thai. It's definitely not like a proper Thai soup. I really love Thai soup. Tom Kha is a Thai soup. It's one of my favorite soups of all time. Might very well be my favorite. Next, like ramen. Ramen's exceptionally good too. Pho is really good too from Vietnam. Yeah, I mean, anyway. Yeah, it's... But I do get it. I think they might have used like some lemongrass or something similar to kind of give it like a little bit of a sourness. And that's kind of indicative of like Thai soups and stuff like that. Like Tom Kha has a little bit of a sourness to it. Tom Yum Goong definitely has a sourness to it. It's definitely more evocative to me of Tom Yum Goong than it is of Tom Kha. Tom Kha has a coconut milk as its base, so it's definitely very different. But mind you, I say evocative of. I'm definitely not saying that it... You gotta be fucking kidding me. So, just a quick aside. The lady who went over there, who had the guy go over there and put down all the plywood so she wouldn't have to go over there and walk over, like, the work site area, proceeded to walk out of one section of the construction area onto the plywood, and then walk through the goddamn work site to get to another. What was the fucking point? What was... Anyway. Bugs the hell out of me. But yeah, I see what they're going for with it, and I mean, it's, you know, it's soup from Panera Bread. It's not like you're expecting crazy authentic or anything like that. It's definitely not. It is, however, flavorful and tasty. Would it go over there and satiate me if I wanted some proper Thai soup? Not even a little bit. I would 100% just go order some Thai soup. Still sad. I had a place, I did a review actually back probably close to 2 years ago now. I did some restaurant highlights. One of them was a place called Subdragon 111. And I love that place. The owners were cool. They had excellent food. Nothing but great things to say. And sadly, at the end of last year, at the time I'm doing this, the end of 2021, they closed down. And they closed down literally within a matter of weeks because I'd been there, got some food, everything seemed to be cool. And then for New Year's, just like maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, I wanted to get some, and they were completely closed down. Now there's a little Mexican restaurant there, so I haven't tried them out yet. Because I have a lot of Mexican restaurants around me. They're already really, really good. But at some point, I'll give them a shot, I'm sure. Anyway, back to the soup. Yeah, it's definitely not going to go over there and give you a proper Thai experience. You know, it does have a little bit of a sentiment towards it, so I can at least get where they're going with it. I didn't know what the Thai element was going to be, if it was just going to be spicy or whatever. But I do get where they're going with it. It's got a little bit of a sourness to it. Like I said, you know, feels like maybe a lemongrass or something. Some of the spices. The other stuff, like the red pepper, and, you know, I don't know that I've ever had those in a Thai soup. But really my biggest grief with it is I wish they would have had more chicken. Like, I get that I got a cup, but I really feel like there should have been, you know, a few bigger chunks of chicken in it. Is it still good overall? Yeah. Would I recommend it? It really depends on what you're going with, because if you're at Panera and you're already somebody who enjoys Panera and their stuff, sure, give it a shot. It does taste good for what it is. I'm not dissatisfied with this soup. However, if you want a Thai soup, go to a Thai place. Get some actual Thai soup. Get some Tom Yum Goong. Get some Tom Kha. They're amazing. This is what it is. It's a quick little thing that you can get with some bread and some stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, one thing I forgot. I got bread, because you get bread. So we're going to do some dipping. Because this is how you do it in America. And probably lots of other places in the world. Bread! After all, it is Panera bread, so. And the bread does taste good. It's almost got a little bit of a sweetness to it. I don't know. For me personally, I don't know if this particular bread goes super well with this particular soup. Because again, this almost has like a sweetness to it. I think it offsets some of like the sourness. But it's still good. So, anyway, folks. That's going to do it for me. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. You go over there and have yourselves a truly authentic Thai soup rest of your life. Because, folks, that is some extremely delicious stuff. If your life can go over there and be even half as great as Thai soup is delicious, you're doing good. Final 2 things for me, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You try not to be an asshole, okay? You're not always going to succeed. It's just not going to happen. But if you try, if you mitigate the level of assholishness in your life, if we all work towards that goal, it makes things better for everybody. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Maybe you're going to go over there and you're going to try some Thai chicken soup from Panera Bread. And you're going to be like, okay, that was all right, but I need authentic Thai soup flavor. So then you go over there and you order some, you fall in love with it the way that I have. And then you go over there and you're like, I'm going to become a chef and I'm going to learn how to make all the Thai stuff and it's going to be super good. Then you go on to become a world famous soup person and you're doing the stuff and then maybe you get in contact with me and maybe hit me up with some free soup every now and again. I'm just saying. Or conversely, I don't know, you know what, you could still do all that stuff, but maybe don't go over there and give me any free stuff. Just go over there and learn some really nice soup recipes. Bye.